Hello and welcome to Gadget Guide USA. Thanks for watching my UFO Wireless Bluetooth Speaker model number SDY-021 product review. Let's go ahead and dive right in. We'll start with the box. It's a pretty good looking box, professional. Has all the stuff you'd expect on the outside. It shows some of the models available. Has all kinds of colors. I actually have this one, the black with the red top. So it does have quite a few styles to fit a lot of different design schemes. It gives you some information, a 5-watt and a 3-watt speaker. It supports USB, micro SD, line in, okay, done. All right, and this is the actual device. The first thing you're gonna notice is actually it looks pretty cool. I really like the way it looks. You know, kind of futuristic. I guess it's that UFO look. Inside the box, I found, of course, the UFO Bluetooth speaker. I found this Bluetooth mini speaker user manual. And then an audio in and out, and what that's for is you can plug directly into the line in, and then you can plug this into anything with a 3.5mm jack, whether it be a telephone or an audio out, or pretty much anything that you'd like to transmit sound through. So of course we like that. This is the charge cable. It plugs right here into the micro USB. You probably should notice that. It's just your standard micro USB. So Android users are probably very familiar with that. And the other end, of course, just goes into a live USB port to charge. I will say that this thing has an excellent battery life. I have been listening to it, and it's been on standby. I have not turned it off. It's been here for about 4 hours, and it's lost one of its 3 battery dots. And I have been listening to music. I've been playing with it. I have it linked to my phone via Bluetooth. I've set the alarm. So the battery is pretty impressive so far. We'll talk about the speaker manual. It's definitely not the greatest manual. It will get you through everything. It's only 4 pages long. It does give you the the basic directions how to get to everything. There's only 6 buttons, but there is a lot of features. So a lot of the buttons are double use, and it does kind of go over that. It tells you how to pair it. Basically, you just push the Bluetooth button, makes that sound, and a Bluetooth thing pops up. And then you can find it on your phone. I have synced this to my Mac. I've synced this to my phone, and they both worked flawless, automatic, had no issues at all. Has an FM radio built in. Has actually some neat features. We're going to go ahead and turn the FM loading right now. And, let's go ahead and turn the volume down. To turn the volume down, you just long press either of the forward or back buttons. If you click them, it will, and you're on the radio, it will just change it. 0.1, it'll go from 89.7 to 89.8. Change it one at a time. It has a scan feature where once you're on FM, if you actually long press the FM, it goes through the entire FM band, and it saves every single channel that has any type of reception. So you can see it's going through. I don't want it to go all the way through. It's going to find 17 stations, and that's what's available in my local area in northern Indiana. And then once you're on FM, you can actually just press play, and you can cycle through all the preset channels, or you can use the forward and back buttons by clicking them to go -1 at a time. So that was really featured. That was really nice. One of the downsides to this was definitely that once you press FM and it finds all the channels, you can't actually erase the channels. You're stuck with whatever it detects. So you can manually change it, but I mean, there is upsides and downsides. There actually may be a way to delete the channels. I just couldn't figure out how to do it. So we'll just go ahead and continue. FM radio, you can set the time as you can basically just long press this clock button anytime you want, and it'll go to the clock. As you see, I have it set. It's actually 5:21 right now. Notice that it does military time. I don't know if it does regular, the 12-hour clock. I'm perfectly happy with military time, but that may irritate some people. So some of the other features, and that's all about the book goes through. It doesn't go through a whole lot. But what we're going to go to do, I've been playing with it for quite a while, and we're going to just go ahead and show you some of the features. It is nice. You can set the alarm here. You basically just press this button to turn the alarm on and off. You can actually see this little alarm bell turning on and off when I push the button. To set the alarm, you actually just hold down this clock button. And you can see now the 17 is blinking, so I can now change the alarm time. I don't want to, so I'm going to get out of that. One of the handy features is if you have the alarm set, it will automatically make a beeping sound like a regular, like your standard alarm. But if you'd prefer music, and this does have a lot of different ways to play music. I actually have 3 songs stored on this SD card here. It also works with a USB port as long as they're in MP3 and WMA format, I'm sure of. It does support other formats that WAV, APE, and FLAC. I don't use personally use any of those music formats. I almost always use MP3, and I have a couple of WMAs laying around. So it does support quite a few formats. But basically, you just, if it's not doing anything, you click play, and it will load songs on your SD card or on your USB. It always seems to select the SD card first. I had music on the USB and on the SD card, and it always just played the music on the SD card. Just something of note. I don't know if you can hear it. I have the volume kind of turned down so I don't have to compete with it. But it's playing my music, and at any time, like oh, I like this song, click the alarm button and you see that AL that pops up. That is now the alarm for the song. So I thought that was a really neat feature. It's easy to change. You can get through it all. We're going to go ahead and pause it so I don't compete. It also has Bluetooth, so it also acts as a speakerphone for your phone. I also thought that was very handy. So like I said, this thing is really just loaded with features from top to bottom. So we're going to, I had the calculator out there, so I'm going to lay that here.
Page 3 of 7.
And I'm going to go ahead and attempt to pair it here. It should find my phone automatically since I've paired before. And yes, I do believe I'm paired. So it paired that easy. Basically, you just press the Bluetooth button and it'll automatically pair with anything you've had in the local area. So you can listen to music. If you actually get a phone call, the phone call will pause. You can press play to answer or play to hang up. Or even if you double click play twice, it'll automatically call back the last people you called. As you can see here, it's dialing some number. So I mean, it's really feature rich. I would turn the volume up to let you hear it yourself, but the camera really just doesn't pick up great sound. I will say this thing has fantastic sound, not just for the size, but just overall for a Bluetooth speaker in this price range. The sound was fantastic. It really blew my mind. So at the end of the day, this is a really feature-rich Bluetooth speaker. It has excellent sound. It has tons of features. I do wish I had a couple more push buttons to make it easier to program, but once you understand the method of programming, it's really simple and pretty intuitive, really. So overall, give it a double thumbs up. Definitely something I recommend. I look forward to putting this somewhere and figuring out where in my gadget pile it's going to go. But it definitely has plenty of uses. Maybe even the car. Since my car actually has a USB port, I could just plug it right in and just leave it as my car speakerphone. But I wouldn't get to enjoy the sound. So I don't know. I haven't decided where I'm going to put it, but I definitely am trying really hard to find a place for it because this rocks. Thank you for watching my product review today. I do hope you enjoyed it. Comments are always welcome at the bottom of the page. Subscribers are always appreciated. Thank you. And if you have any specific questions, comments, or suggestions, please email me at GadgetGuideUSA@gmail.com. Thank you for your time.